Hello dear children. So if you have seen my last video, what we did was I introduced you to trigonometry. I told you the basic trigonometric formulas. I told you what are the trigonometric ratios, which are sine, cos, tan, sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta and cot theta. So we have done these 6 trigonometric ratios. I told you about the complementary angle formulas, and then I told you the trigonometric ratios for particular angles, which are 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. In this video we are going to do one more very important you can say thing, which we have one very important formulas, list of formulas in our trigonometry, and those are called trigonometric identities. So they are called trigonometric identities, very important. So what are those trigonometric identities that we have? And let me tell you one question based on these identities, not identities straight away, but you have to use these identities somewhere in order to prove some results. And one question comes for 3 or 4 marks from this. So let's suppose if you are given any right angle triangle, and suppose if I mark this angle as theta, then you know if this angle is 90 degree over here, then opposite to 90 degree is the hypotenuse. The side opposite to the marked angle is the perpendicular, and this one is the base. This I have cleared to you in the last video. Now if I ask you in this triangle what is the value of sine theta, then sine theta will be, you all know, it is p by h. And if I ask you what is cos theta, so that also you know, that is b by h. So sine theta is p by h and cos theta is b by h. Now if you do one thing over here, so you are clear with sine, you are clear with cos. So if I square and add these equations, so if I square and then I add the above equations, so if I square and add these equations. Now what do you mean by squaring? So very clearly, if I do square of sine theta, so over here you have sine theta, so sine theta ka square, which can also be written as sine square theta. But make sure you do not write it like this, sine theta square. ऐसे नहीं लिखेंगे. Sine theta का square, sine square theta, you can write, it is one and the same thing. But you cannot write it like sine theta square. This means this theta square is in the angle. And you know, sine theta का square करना है. हमने sine of angle का square नहीं करना है. So this is different thing, okay? So be very careful. Not just with sine, with other t ratios also. So if I say you have to rewrite this, you have to do square and add. So over here it will become sine square theta, sine square, and then you have to add to it the square of this, plus cos square theta, and that will become equal to. So I have told you to square and add. So squaring on of left hand side of this will be sine square, and for this will be cos square. So sine square and then adding sine square plus cos square theta, and that will be equal to p square by h square plus b square by h square. So I hope you have understood. Sine square theta plus cos square theta, squaring and adding. Same way on the right hand side, p square by h square plus b square by h square, which you can add it. So you know it is h square over here, so you will get p square plus b square. And now I hope that you all know b, h, p, how they three are related. So they are all related by Pythagoras theorem. And if you apply Pythagoras theorem over here, so p square plus b square, that is nothing but h square only. So we can rewrite this as h square over h square. So h square over h square, so this gets cancelled, and what do we get? So we'll get 1. So dear children, this is the first trigonometric identity which we are having, very very important, which says the sum of the square of the sine of some angle and the cosine of the same angle is 1, which is sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Make sure that this angle is same. This is not valid if I say sine square alpha plus cos square beta. No, but if this angle is same, sine square alpha plus cos square alpha, that will also be 1. So this angle has to be same. So it's the first trigonometric identities. Do remember this, very 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 important. So you can rewrite this identity in different ways. Maybe you can rewrite, so this is how we can write 1, sine square plus cos square. Same form of this identity can be where you can rewrite sine square as 1 minus cos square theta. If you take cos square theta that side, you can write 1 minus cos square theta. Or I can rewrite this also as cos square theta will become 1 minus sine square theta. So these both are the same forms of this only. It is just a different way to write identity number 1. So I hope this is very clear to you. So it is just we are following the Pythagoras theorem in order to prove the result. Now let us go to the next identity, which will follow from identity number 1. So I hope you are all able to understand. This thing is easy, it is not very difficult. So identity number 2. So in order to go to identity number 2, I will start from 1 only. So let us start from identity 1. From 1, you know, identity is cos square plus sine square, or sine square plus cos square is equal to 1. Now if I divide both sides, so what you have to do is over here, let us divide both sides by cos square theta. So let us divide both sides by cos square theta. So for this equation, I am dividing both sides by cos square. You know, if I have to divide, I have to do it on both the sides so that the equation remains the same. So what is this equation then? If I divide both sides by cos square, what do we get? So I will get sine square by cos square theta, sine square theta by cos square theta plus cos square theta by cos square theta equals to 1 over cos square theta, which will be further equal to, so as you can see, this thing can be written as sine theta by cos theta ka whole square plus cos square by cos square. Obviously this will get cancelled, it will become 1, and this can be written as 1 by cos theta ka whole square. You know, 1 ka square is 1 only, so 1 by cos theta ka whole square. Then what is sine theta by cos theta? So that is nothing but, you all know, tan theta ka square. I told you this in my last video, that what is tan theta equal to sine by cos. So tan theta, so sine theta by cos theta is tan theta ka square plus 1 and 1 by cos theta. So I hope you can all recall, this is secant theta ka square, which I can further rewrite this as 1 plus tan theta ka square can be written as tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. So this is your identity number 2. So 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta, which can be written as 1 equal to secant square theta minus tan square theta, or you can rewrite this as tan square theta equals to, so these are like the different forms of the same identity. Tan square theta can be written as secant square theta minus 1. So these are the same forms of identity number 2. So children, very simple identity. You know how we have proved first one. Now for first one, अगर हम first वाली identity को दोनों तरफ cos square से divide कर दे, you'll go to the second identity, which is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. Now similarly, if I divide identity number 1 by sine square theta, if in the same way, if I divide this identity 1 by sine square both the sides, so let me show you. So if I divide the same identity, so in order to prove identity 2 and 3, I follow from first only. So in order to prove identity 3, let us start from 1. So we all know from identity 1, sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1 only. And if I divide both sides by sine square here, so if I divide both sides by, initially we divided by cos square, and now if I divide by sine square, so if I divide both sides by sine square theta, what do we get? So I will be getting sine square theta over sine square theta plus cos square theta over sine square theta is equal to 1 over sine square theta. So I hope you are all able to understand what we are doing. So dividing by sine square, so sine square by sine square plus cos square by sine square, 1 by sine square. Now this gets cancelled. So this will become 1 plus this thing can be written as cos theta over sine theta ka square, and this is nothing but 1 over sine theta ka whole square. So if I expand it further, it will become 1 plus cos by sine is cot, so cot theta ka square, which will be cot square theta, and that is equal to 1 by sine theta is cosecant, so which will become equal to cosecant square theta. So this is your third identity number 3. This is the third basic identity. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta, and this identity can also be written in different ways, which is 1 is equal to cosecant square theta minus cot square theta, or you can rewrite this as cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta minus 1. So these are the different ways in which identity number 3 can also be written. So dear children, these are the 3 basic identities. Let me recall them. So sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. That is the first one. Then I have 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. That is the next one. And then I have 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. This is identity number 3. And based on these 3 identities, there can be questions in which they will ask you to prove a particular result. You will be asked a question. This generally comes for 3 or 4 marks, in which you have to prove left side is equal to right hand side. So these identities are helpful over there. So I hope you, by watching these 2 videos, you have understood all the concepts of trigonometry, how to do questions, in which question which formula has to be used. That for that I'll make other videos also. Right now my major task is to let you know what are the various formulas which are involved. What is sine theta, what are the trigonometric ratios, what is sine, cos, tan, secant, cosecant and cot. I hope those ratios are clear. Complementary angle formulas are clear to all of you. You all know the t values of particular angles, and then these 3 basic identities. So stay safe, stay inside, and I'm providing you with all these things which you need to learn. So keep supporting, do subscribe my channel for more videos, and I hope you are loving learning. So enjoy and relax and keep on working hard. Thank you so much.